change to Now You See Me. I think that's good. I still kind of think they should have done something where like you can mark people depending on if they shoot your decoys or not. I still think that would be a change that should happen, but
Yeah.
at least his passive does something now.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like the cloaking when down thing really didn't do very much.
Yeah.
The respawn beacon cloak is like kind of minor, honestly, because there's not really that many situations where that's gonna come in handy, but it will, like twice. So that's
I
good.
think that's actually like it's not going to be super common, but when it works, it's going to be literally like the thing that saves your game.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
if there's like people hanging around there, you could literally like theoretically sneak in and then start like doing it.
yeah.
Like,
Because I mean, like even the person you drop is cloaked for a period.
oh, I just didn't even like read that part. Okay, that's
That's the like the core part of it. It's for those times when you're like in a real end game circle and there's a beacon there, you have a dead teammate, but you just can't res them because there's people around. This allows you to res them.
that's gonna be pretty good.
And then
Oh, I like how they made it so that the bamboozled line will trigger when you bamboozle somebody instead of just when you like release decoy.
Yeah. Part of me almost wonders if like that was the original plan and they just couldn't figure out how to make it work. Bloodhound's not that interesting. I think it's a good change. I don't know why they decreased the cooldown.
Hold on, can we talk about Mirage for another minute?
Yeah.
You were saying that like I don't think that the life of the party is going to be that useful either.
Yeah.
Like you're just going to create them and they're going to be like around you, but can't people just shoot the guy in the middle that's you?
I believe the decoys do block bullets. Like they block one bullet, to my knowledge.
Well, one bullet's like not much. Most weapons.
Well, but if you're in the middle, because you're not in the middle, you start off in the middle, but so do all of your other guys, and then they branch out from the middle equally in each direction.
It still probably seems going to be pretty obvious. Like I would rather they just like did whatever and like they just like shot and like jumped around and like just did things.
I mean, I think it's just about as good as they can probably make this ability. I think it's still kind of scuffed. And honestly, Mirage's ultimate wasn't even that bad originally. Like,
yeah,
it was his only good ability. So I'm not totally sure why they changed it. I don't know that this is going to be much more useful.
I think
don't
that
it's awful. I think a good player, a player who like plays Mirage a lot, will be able to use it somewhat.
yeah, I kind of wish that like I don't. It doesn't say like maybe do you still go in? You don't go invisible with it, right? Yeah, that's what you're saying. I think it would be better if you did go invisible with it, honestly.
Probably. Well,
but then it just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because it would honestly just be better if he was just invisible.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's kind of what they ran into. It's like his ult is literally just better if it's has nothing to do with any decoy.
Yeah.
Like, which isn't like what he's supposed to do. But yeah, I think okay, the other thing that will make or break this ultimate is if the decoys make footstep noise.
Yeah, they should. I think that they do though, like regular decoys.
I would think so.
Like when you're running next to them, like you can hear them.
Yeah, I think in that case it will be useful. It may, if you're big brain enough, it may be a way of scaring off a squad.
Like, I don't know about that.
Around a corner, you can use it and then whack ton of footsteps.
Bro, imagine. Hold on. Imagine if it just created a bunch instead of Mirage. It just created a bunch of images of the other legends.
That would be well, but then it
with like a random skin.
Do anything.
No, but it would like if they also created like chaos, like they just like they just moved around and did whatever. Like say you get like in a tight like room or something, and you're like gonna be dead. just activate that, and then it's like chaos in the room, and nobody even knows like what's going
Well, it's
on.
already chaos in the room if you're doing it this way, anyways.
I mean,
I don't
sure,
think
but
they
then
need
like if your
different
teammates are there too, then it's just gonna be harder for like people to like see like what's real or not. I don't know. I don't think they would do that, but it was just thought.
Okay, big brain time. How about if the decoys can shoot bullets?
I mean, they should be able to. They just don't do anything. Like it just shows that they're
Yeah.
shooting bullets.
Nah, it should deal damage.
Double damage.
It should deal damage. Yeah. Okay, to be honest, I don't even know that would do anything. Like, I don't even know that would be useful.
It probably would not be useful. It would just occasionally hit somebody for like 2 damage.
Crap. I just realized if you moved backwards, all of the dudes would be facing inwards. Oh, that's big brain. If they shot and dealt damage, then you could just be like, I'm just gonna, multiply my damage by 10, and you're in the middle of a death funnel. So, that's cool. Please make the change respawn. It'll be great. I promise it won't be disgusting. So are we off Bloodhound now?
Yeah.
Not Bloodhound.
On Bloodhound.
Well, Bloodhound doesn't. It's not that interesting.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
just a good change. I don't know that they should have changed the cooldown, but hey, I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, it's basically just a good change because I don't think his kit is really like as good as it should be. Like it's not like bad, but there's just legends that are just good. So
I mean,
there's just like better choices.
I kind of follow Frothy's opinion on Bloodhound. Bloodhound is like the benchmark. He's the milk.
That's kind of gross though, because like Bloodhound isn't really that fun to play in my opinion. Like he's a fun concept, but he's just like not.
I don't know that I agree with you. I like playing Bloodhound, but
I mean he's cool, but it's just like
balance wise, he's the dude. He's not overpowered. He's just there.
I mean, yeah, like
he's the middle.
That's fair. I would rather have it like characters that like could do a lot, like if every character was powerful. But that's just me.
I think there's a very I think there's a very strong pull in the developers to avoid the game becoming super ability focused. I don't think that's what they want. I think they
Yeah, I mean like you want to like make it so that when you're actually killing people, you're like using your guns and stuff. But
lifeline change. I don't even know what this does.
I think that means so that 1 out of 5 of all the bins are blue.
Lifeline bins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just like I don't know, like balance wise, I don't know what this does.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Like
I honestly thought like lifeline was okay before the bin thing even, but I don't know.
She may have been a little bit weak, but it's debatable.
I thought like I mean with like the self healing
because Gibby's a freaking nutcase.
Yeah, that's basically that's fair.
Just
like relative to him,
but they didn't nerf him very much. But
they removed knockdown shields from the compartment pool, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never really played Lifeline like at all with the bins, but like I wouldn't want to find knockdown shields in there.
I've played Lifeline. Well, okay, so here's the thing though. In those compartments, I think you can only find like syringes, shield cells, maybe grenades. I don't know.
I'm totally fine with that. I think you can find grenades. Like that's chill with me because then it's like if you see one of those, you're like, oh, I can get like probably some health from there.
Yeah.
Caustic.
Oh, I freaking love this change. Holy crap.
Yeah, it seems pretty dank.
It's such a good change.
Dude, he's gonna be like he might actually just be like on par with the other good legends because this. Because like the gas no longer slowing your teammates is so huge.
Yeah. So what I think this is going to make him way friendlier for pubs but in competitive lobbies at high levels,
Oh
he's
gosh.
busted.
No.
Absolutely busted.
Everybody's gonna
Just
be playing him now.
think of the disgusting strat you can have with a Caustic and a Watson. I mean, like super high
I
level
just don't think
lobbies are
I don't
already
think Watson's
closed.
that good, but like I don't
Every
know.
every like Apex lobby, like Predator lobby, has a Watson in it. Like we're like in competitive lobbies, there's a
I mean,
Watson every time because of
yeah,
the way
that's
the games
competitive
go
though.
so
Where like
far.
people are smart and they like use grenades and stuff, but like in pubs and stuff, like they don't do that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying this is going to be good and just nice for pubs, but I'm afraid that Caustic might be a little busted now in like the super competitive highest tier tournament lobbies because the camping meta is already prominent there and Caustic is the best man for that job. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects it. But otherwise, I
Yeah,
really like this change just for general players.
yeah, it seems pretty good. I might have to play some caustic, get a chance.
I would not be surprised if eventually his damage is nerfed, though.
That would be kind of sad.
I mean,
It would
probably,
be
but
fine, probably, but
yeah. I can see that change happening if they keep the no longer slows teammates.
yeah,
Um,
it'd be a sad day.
because the ability to use it like a smoke that also slows your opponents but does not slow yourself is kind of broken.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Caustic can see anyone in that smoke without a threat site. So either way,
It's pretty good.
yeah. And I think
Um,
that's why they said it's an experiment. And then they were
yeah,
like,
I don't know what they
watch
mean
it.
necessarily by degenerate player behavior. Like, I'm not sure what that how that would work. Like, what do
I
they
think what
mean?
they're talking about is using it for what it sounds like it should be used for, which is toss a gas trap in like a door, blow it, and then your entire team rushes through the gas to hit these players that are already blinded, slowed, and taking damage.
I mean, but like, how could they not expect that?
Yeah, well, I guess what they're not sure about is if it's going to be that bad or if it actually is that bad.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're.
I think this whole change is going to make people play differently around Caustic, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I think is good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Caustic basically didn't exist. Well, okay, that's not true. He actually did. There was like a team in a tournament that got like second or third place in like a World Series. And they had a Caustic every game. And people were like, "Why the heck are you bringing Caustic?" And they're like, "Well, we
He's
got
pretty
second
good.
place overall, so."
I mean, there was. It's weird because there was like a lot of situations where Caustic would show up and just like they could have Caustic. Look at these losers. And then there's other situations where they'd have a Caustic and we're like, oh crap.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that happens more. It's like, oh crap, they got a Caustic. Because that was fun.
Well, and I think this is also going to bring him kind of more into line with Watson.
Yeah.
Octane reduce cooldown from 90 seconds to 60 seconds on his jump pad.
That's just good, I think.
It's good. Yeah, I mean, his launch pad was already a freaking low cooldown for an ultimate. So, I mean, heck yeah, more jump pads.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. I don't know why they thought that this was going to be a better, like, more team utility for Octane. It's just
Probably
like
just
the
like so you
same
can move the team around more,
in
basically.
theory. Yeah. I just, this feels like like I mean, even they said it's a first step. So I mean, it feels like this is them like touching on something that they want to change eventually, but they don't have all of it ready yet.
I'll be curious to see what that is.
Yeah,
Like, what if you go on the jump pad, then you get stimmed?
that'd be dope. Although that'd be weird because you don't want to like activate trollers that can like intentionally damage your teammates.
Yeah, I would probably just have to not damage your teammates though, basically.
That's busted though.
I know, but
um,
Gibraltar, I haven't really like played him or seen him much, so it's like I don't really know what to think of that change, honestly.
I think it's good. So teams, especially in high level lobbies, are always Gibraltar's, Wraith, Watson. Sometimes there's a Pathfinder somewhere in there, but Gibraltar is so useful in those final circles because of his dome shield. This is probably somewhat to address that, but also the fact that his dome shield has so many abilities on it, it makes sense for it to go down faster.
That's fair, yeah.
I'm surprised that their internal data shows that his performance in individual fights isn't that out of place.
Yeah, I would have thought that Gibraltar kind of would have sucked in like individual fights, but I mean, with his like gun shield, probably not, honestly.
Well, and that's what I was talking about. Like the fact that he takes less damage and then has more health on top of that, and now he has even more health because of red shields. I would have expected that it would be a little bit off, at least in a little bit in his favor, but maybe not.
I mean, he is just a big guy, so it's like you can't really like you have to scope in too, so you don't got movement and stuff. It's just really easy to hit him.
Yeah. So, it's a good change.
We know what I think of the Pathfinder thing. I think like just like my gut tells me like 25 seconds would have been better, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Oh, I didn't see this bit with the conditional legends chatter. Like they'll say different stuff depending on who they're talking to.
Yeah, that's dope. I feel like that should have been there from launch. To be
Yeah,
honest.
I want just like random conversations that they had between each other. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
I think if they would just like just talked about like whatever the heck during the game, that'd be just funny.
Yeah. Alert updates. Gold kitted weapons.
I think that I thought the gold kitted weapons this season were kind of lame, honestly.
Yeah, longbow's the only cool one, and hemlock maybe.
And longbow's like not even like that cool. Like hemlock, that's pretty cool.
I like the long. I think the longbow's gonna be dope, and that's longbow is a freaking oppressive weapon on console.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
But yeah, like Eva, Spitfire, and RE45, like,
kind of lame
versions of these.
Um, I I still don't like the principle of like switching around the Mastiff and the Peacekeeper, but just playing with the Mastiff, like that short time I got to a minute ago, I really liked it.
Yeah. I mean, you could even tell that they were having trouble, just like the Devotion. They were having trouble keeping it in line. Because I mean, pretty much every patch since like Season 2 has had a Peacekeeper nerf. It's just like, bruh.
Yeah.
So, I have a feeling they just got sick of it. They're like, the Peacekeeper's kind of broken. We can't fix it. Just move it to the freaking broken weapons bin.
Broken weapons bin.
I mean, like that's kind of what it is. So I think it makes sense. The Mastiff, it was a really good shotgun, but it was just because it dealt a bunch of damage. So I mean, there was nothing like that special about it, other than its recoil, or not recoil, its spread, which is just like the Mastiff.
I felt like it was way easier to hit people just then with the Mastiff than it had been with the Peacekeeper. And that was one thing I was really excited about.
Well, and they also upped the shell count of the Mastiff, so that's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool, to be honest.
The fire rate I thought was slow, but it made sense.
Yeah.
Like with the damage I was doing, it just felt weird because I was used to being able to fire a lot faster than that.
Yeah.
I like what they did to the alternator in the RE45.
Yeah, I do. I am excited to see if the R845 goes anywhere. I doubt it will, but
Probably not.
increase of damage like that, and then a reduced reload time, and it already had a very fast reload time. as a secondary, it might not be a bad option. Like running, if you're gonna run something like full pistol, RE45 wingman, that's not a bad loadout.
Yeah.
Granted, R99 is also in there, and SMGs are close enough to pistols that it might be okay, but RE45 might not be that bad of a secondary. Alternator was already kind of decent. It still is decent. It just now has more bullets, which is dope.
Pretty cool. Havoc, they just made it harder to aim.
Which is fair enough.
I thought the Havoc was kind of like was in a pretty good spot. Like it felt really good. So I'm kind of disappointed, but like it might be necessary, honestly, because it's a really powerful weapon.
Dumb. It was dumb how easily you could hit people at like longer ranges, like medium to long. It was dumb how easily you could just laser people.
It's definitely not like it's not like a short range weapon, I don't think though. Like it felt more like it should be like a medium range.
Right. And I don't know if I can't exactly tell if that's what they want it to do. I think what they want it to do is they want it to be a weapon that has extremely high DPS for up close, but has the downside of the wind up, and then for anything at range, you use your select fire. I think is what they're trying to do, and they didn't like how easily people were just like spraying people down at range where you'd normally be expected to use the select fire for the havoc.
Yeah,
I think is what it's coming to. In reality, to get people to do that, you're gonna have to buff the select fire first, but we'll see if that happens. But also, Havoc was broken supposedly on console because its recoil wasn't enough that it would overpower the aim assist that much. So it was, yeah. Supposedly it was kind of impressive there.
Longbow and Wingman not really too much, but it's like I don't know. I thought they were in a good spot, but I mean they're bringing the Skull Piercer back, so it's like, yeah, but it's
the whole reason.
Now it's like weird that they're bringing the Skull Piercer back, but I don't know.
Now there's a freaking gold hop up that I want to pick up because Anvil Receiver kind of sucked. Gold armor, dude. Gold armor. Holy crap.
I like this.
It's over.
I mean, yeah. Like, I'm really sad because, like, it's never... Oh. It was so fun, but it was just... Because it was busted.
It was so bad.
It sucks to fight people with gold armor.
Yeah.
But this I like because it still is, like, the spirit of what it was.
Yeah.
It's just not as busted.
Yeah, it removes the ability for them to just, like, pop off a shield cell if they go around a corner. And that was kind of the most broken part of it.
What do you mean, like a battery?
I mean, those two. But, like, they literally just break line of sight with you, and you can pop off a cell. Like,
you can get a battery off. Like,
most
yeah.
of them, but you had to still have distance to do that. You could literally just, the person's right behind you, pop around a corner, you've popped off a shield cell by now.
Pretty much.
Bug fixes, hooray. Quality of life, though. I have not seen the Deathbox UI.
Deathbox UI?
Supposedly they changed it.
Oh, wait, I did see that. I forgot about that. I thought it was a Loba thing at first, but yeah, now you mentioned that. It's just, like, different.
I don't know why quality of life shows the crypto can now ping banners in the drone to warn teammates.
I think that because couldn't you, like, you could say that, like you could say it.
I don't know why that's not up by, like, in crypto.
Yeah, that's true.
Added voice for pinging enemies who are reviving. That's cool. That's actually really useful.
So, do you have to, like, hit them with the ping?
Probably.
Those enemies are reviving over there.
Favorite option now available for weapon skins.
Ooh, yay.
Oh, that's cool.
I like that.
Observer highlights for tournament matches. Uh, I don't honestly know what that means.
They're adding
It has
servers
some.
to the
It
Middle
has.
East.
It has something to do with uh, it has something to do with how spectate works, but I don't know what. Like, yeah. Removed location-based weekly challenges. Oh, okay, fair enough. Optimize CPU usage. Oh yeah. Improved texture streaming quality on GPUs reporting less memory than advertised. What? That's such a niche thing. So in other words, from what I can tell they're saying is they improved the texture streaming quality for if you have a GPU that's like so bootleg that they've somehow modified the registry of the graphics card to show that it has more RAM, like VRAM, than it actually does.
I don't even know.
That's jank, if that's what that means. Like I don't know why. How did that become an issue? That you've got video cards that are like so backwoods that they're reporting that they have more RAM than they actually have. That's so weird. Um, Start of season 5 will be being added. Oh yeah. Now we can go fight against some Saudis.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I've been waiting for this for so long. Fixed subtitles in Russian showing up as English in the Bloodhound trial area. That has been bothering me a lot.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither, until just now.
Oh, okay.